Okay, so I want to make it very clear that American power, economic and imperial, has always been based upon organized crime. And organized crime, as I'm going to define it, is the use of legal means, like the law, to exploit and expropriate property, value, labor, natural resources from things and people that you did not previously have power over. And it was almost from the very beginning of the founding of the Republic that the elites in the United States decided that England was getting in the way of American elite power. I'm not saying that Americans went to war with England because they wanted to keep their slaves. No, they wanted to do much more than that. They wanted to be able to have low taxes. They wanted to be able to expand to the West without trouble from England's own, foreign policy problems with Spain and France. And they wanted to expand their own fortunes. So it's been documented in Michael Woodwiss's book, American Power and Organized Crime, that the organization of political power, economic power, and military power has been at the heart of empires from the Roman to the English to the American Empire. And, the concentration of power under empire actually produces a little bit of peace for the people, because rather than having wild roving bandits or warlords, you have a centralized government that controls the army, that controls extraction of taxes, and that can subjugate the masses. So sometimes this is called feudalism, where the feudal lord exercises actual physical threat of power over people. And we think of it as an improvement that we move towards the social contract of Locke and Rousseau undergirds the social contract of wage labor. And wage labor is seen as much better than chattel serfdom, slavery, etc., because if you're born into a family of peasants, serfs, or slaves, then your labor is owned by your master. But if you're a worker, you are born into a free and autonomous family and world where you allegedly choose to enter into a wage relationship with a boss or capitalist. Marx's very, very simple insight in Capital was that wage labor is a primal form of coercion. Because under capital, it seems that you're free to enter contractually into this labor relationship. But as Marx showed in the first Industrial Revolution, if you as a peasant who was forced off your land by the noblemen who decided to take it from themselves, you had a choice. You could either work for very poor wages, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week until you died, or you could just die.